Hi everyone, Martin here from martinsmayhem.co.uk. I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this super fun mini slimline card. So slimline cards are all around the range, however sometimes they are very long and there's a lot of space to fill. So I quite like these mini slimlines. I think they're really fun and effective to use, and these fit in a standard C6 envelope, and I have got a video somewhere in my YouTube showing you how to amend them envelopes in order to fit a mini slimline card, so go check that out. So I am using the Flowers of Friendship stamp set as well as the Create with Friends stamp set. This is part of the blog hop and tutorial bundle where we are doing mashup. So we're looking at two different stamp sets together and how they work really well together. So as you can see, I've swapped the friend for the friend here within that sentiment with that Create with Friends. Super easy and super fun. So let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to move that over there. I'm going to bring in my dusty trimmer. So I've been doing a lot of DIY today and it's very dusty. So mini slimline cards measure 6¼ inches, so there, by 3¼ so 6½. Score at 3¼ he hopes. Fold. Oh, look at that. First time. It's not like I've already made the card, but you know. So I'm going to do a matte layer. So I'm going to do about 3 inches by 6. How long is this? Not long enough. So I'm going to have to go this way. So I'm just going to use the rest of that piece of card. And go by 6. So we're knocking off 1/4 inch, which gives us a nice little border all the way round. He says, he hopes, he prays, because I am not normally an inch kind of guy. Perfect, wonderful, looks great. So within the Flowers of Friendship stamp set, there are these little flowers here and these teeny tiny ones which I really liked, and I've never actually used these before. I've always used this kind of large stamp. And there is a coordinated punch, which is over here, which you might not be able to see because of the lights. There you go. Super cute, which punches out this shape, which punches... So it punches out the shape, which punches out this larger one, the smaller one, and the 2 leaves, which it would be this way round, which is why it's not lining up. And that one there, like so. So that's super fun. You can line all these up onto one acrylic block and get Stampin' if you so wish. To save time, because there is a lot of stamping and embossing, I just went ahead and did it all just to save some time. So we've got 2 of the large flower in Highland Heather. We've got a large flower in Balmy Blue. We're going to have 2 flowers, which are the smaller ones, in Daffodil Delight, my favourite yellow that Stampin' Up offers. Isn't it fab? Well, I say it's my favourite. I also like So Saffron. Let me know what your favourite colour is in the comments below. And then we have, what colour is this? This is Polished Pink, one of our in colours and one of my favourites. And you can see I made a boo-boo. I punched a little bit of it out, but we're going to hide that so it's fine. Waste not, want not, hey. So the leaves on the card as well, punched out, are in Pear Pizzazz. So you're going to need 4 big ones and 4, let me just move my trimmer out of the way, little ones. I think, can't count, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 little ones. Like so. I've got 5 there for some reason. I've also gone ahead and fussy cut out these tiny little ones that you see here. So that's from that little ribbon. So I fussy cut them out. And then it's just all about assembling. So let's just put a little dot of glue in the middle and pop the other one on top in order for us to achieve that fuller flower look. Again, pop that in the middle, pop that up. And do this with all of them. A little dab of glue goes a long way. Glue. And like so. Glue. And pop that on top. So that's super fun and easy. I'm going to grab some dimensionals here. And I'm going to pop each and every one of these with a dimensional on the back. Like so. Okay. So then I always assemble my card on my matte layer. And then I add it to the card base kind of last thing. The reason for that is just so it's there and done, ready for me. And if there is any issues, then I'm not having to waste the whole card base, just kind of wasting what's being used here. So I'm gonna put my Daffodil Delight small flower with my daffodil with my balmy blue big flower, a polished pink one, the Highland Heather one slightly in the top corner there, and then the other Daffodil Delight one there, like so. That's kind of mimicking the exact same layout I've done, and it took me ages. What I always do is I always play. If you're ever in doubt, mess around by keeping the backs on your dimensionals. You can move this around as much as you like until you are happy with the layout. So I'm going to pop that down. I'm making sure my little boo-boo is in the bottom corner, so hopefully my friend's stamp does hide that. Pop this one here, and then this one in the top, like so. Isn't that fab? So next I'm going to pop, I'm saying so a lot. I wonder if someone can tally how many times I've said so far, including that. I'm going to pop these leaves behind. So the larger flowers, I am using the larger leaves for. So 2 of them. So you do only need 3, sorry. But you can add more, of course, if you so wish. Make this card your own. I have to tell you guys, I am so tired. Today, for those of you who don't know, we have moved house. Me and Sean have finally brought our own house. We're in, and I've been decorating my craft room. If you haven't, or if you would like to keep up to date with the changes as they happen, head over to Instagram or Facebook and give me a follow there, because then you can keep up to date with it all on my stories. And it's really fun. I'm excited to show you guys once it's done. Just a few more decorating bits to do, and I also waiting on one of my units that I use, which everybody seems to love at the moment over on Instagram. So make sure if you want to find out how my craft room is turning out, you head over to Instagram or Facebook and give me a follow. So I'm just going to put them there like so. And then the little flowers, I'm going to do a little dot there, and one down here. And then it's just a matter of popping them on like so. Voila. Now, where have I put my re-inker? There it is. So I have a old aqua painter already full with ink, as you can see, doing a little flicker, and plenty of ink is coming off, but just gonna Oh, I've just painted on my nice unit. Nightmare. Just load it up with a little bit more. Give it a gentle tap. Like so. Now, on the soft sea foam cardstock, you're not going to be able to... It doesn't really stand out. Like, if I hold it up to the camera, like so. So you can see it a little bit, but it's not over... Oh, got it all over myself. It's not overly obvious, which I like. I think these colours are very subtle and soft, which I love. I'm going to move that out of the way just while that dries. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our sentiment. So I got a piece of basic white that you saw earlier, and I got Pear Pizzazz ink. So I wanted Pear Pizzazz ink because it's a darker tone to the soft sea foam, which is super fun. But it also incorporates the leaves a little bit more, and I left the leaves intentionally plain, just purely because there's a lot going on, so you can afford to have a little bit of colour blocking by avoiding adding any more detail. So I'm going to stamp that friend from the Create with Friends. That's it, Create with Friends stamp set. And I fussy cut that out. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting that away. I need that. I fussy cut that out already because you guys don't want to see me sat faffing with some fussy cut. But what I am going to cut out the sentiment, life is better with friends like you. So I'm going to ink that up in Pear Pizzazz as well. Now my Pear Pizzazz does need re-inking, I'll be honest. But I'm going to pop that on like so. And this is how I always try my best to get my sentiment straight. So I'm going to cut this down ever so slightly, just so it's easier to handle. And then I'm going to line up. So if I put this in, the bottom of my sentiment with this inner edge, okay, of the cutting blade. So by lining it up with the bottom, even if you didn't stamp straight, he says trying to do it, you can cut straight. Okay, it's that simple. And then so this sentiment itself is slightly too close together to get it perfectly, but there is enough room for you to squeeze through and give it a good snip. And again, so like you, we don't need the friends. So if you are like some of my crafty friends, I want to keep them for later, please do. Maybe we should set that as a crafty challenge. Use your scraps and see what you can come up with. I know I am terrible. All my scraps go in the bin. I always get told off by my crafty friends. But I'm sorry, I just don't want them. So life is life. Life. Okay, that one's a little bit wonky, but we can forgive me. Let's put that out of the way again. So my piece is still drying because the re-inker is still wet. I can move it in the light just to see. So let's start cutting these down. So paper snips. Where are my paper snips? They are in my hand. So we can just cut this down. I'm just going to cut it down by freehand. And actually I'm going to try and straighten that up a little bit because it is a little bit on the wonk. There we go. Life is better trying to keep my desk tidy with, can't grab them, with friends, which we've first cut earlier, like. Yeah, and this is on the wonk as well. I promise if you spend your time lining it up properly, you can get it straight that way. Like I did on my example from earlier. It's just always the way. I'm now missing my mini dimensionals. Mini dimensionals, where are you? There you are. So a mini dimension might not fit on the back. So you can cut some in half. So Liam, like you, is on a mini dimensional. With Better is also on dimensionals. So again, cut them in half. And Life was just glued on to a flower earlier on. Wonder how much mesh you guys can see around me. I'm always, well, I normally look through the camera, but today I'm doing something different and I'm not looking. I am just crafting. So I'm going to stick a dimensional onto that N, like so. And that N is going to be our kind of holding part for the rest of the sentiment with some liquid glue. Once it's secure, I go back in afterwards, just lift it up slightly, put a dab of glue, and pop it down. Like so, hold it perfectly. And I'm going to work almost backwards. So I'm going to work from the friend sentiment out. And that's just so I know I have plenty of room. Like, and then you. And there. And then we've got with, which is this one. Better. And then is, I think I'm going to have to put is. No, it should be fine. Let's pop a little blob of glue there. This is when you need some tweezers. Is, and then life. Pop there. Life is better with friends like you. How sweet. I love this sentiment because it's just a pick-me-up to anybody who needs one. I am finishing with some sequins. So these are the Artistry Blooms sequins. I believe these are balmy blue ones, which are super cute. And I am so sad that they are retiring. I absolutely adore these sequins so much. But as with most things in life, they have to go. Lastly, I'm going to emboss. I'm going to distress a corner. So I'm just grabbing my Stampin' Up bone folder, which is well loved, and I'm just kind of placed it between my finger and, or the paper between my finger and the bone folder, distressing it, going backwards on it, kind of being harsh, but you're just breaking down them fibres to then that it pulls apart, and then you can just curl it round like so. Okay, and then grab a card base. I'm just gonna go over that score line just so it's nice and crisp. Pop some dimensionals on the back. A 1 and a 2. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. And just for some additional support, one in the middle, why not? Peel off the backs. and pop. I'm gonna have to stand up for this just to get that straight, and I've ruined that corner. Just roll that over. Can't tell if that's straight. The camera's in the way. The camera really is messing up with my mojo. Okay, third. It's done. And there you have today's card. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer them. Otherwise, all the products you've seen in this video tutorial are available over at my website and my Stampin' shop. Make sure you include this month's host code for a little free gift from me. Other than that, I'll catch you later. Bye.